You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold fans. Today, we have got our prediction edition for the week of July 15th through 19th and beyond. Jack Finnegan may, in fact, be a killer, and Finn may be a tattletale where Hope Logan is concerned. Let's dive right in with predictions for Finn, Hope, Steffy, Liam, Hope, Finn, Jack, Thomas and Paris, and also Steffy and Brooke. Our first prediction, Finn may rat Hope Logan out to Steffy Forrester. So there's this scene in the promo for the week. If you haven't seen it, it was at the end of Friday's episode. And Hope tells Finn she's attracted to him. And he says, "You can't talk that way." And she says, "Can't a girl dream?" And she's making these mushy eyeballs at him, you know, her "I'm lusting after you with all my heart" stuff. So spoilers for Thursday, July 18th. Brooke Logan is very worried that Hope's fixation on Dr. Finn is going to mess up Steffy Forrester's marriage, and more than that, cause a whole lot of problems within the families, at work, everything. That same day on Thursday, Steffy and Finn reconfirm their love for one another. And by Friday the 19th, Steffy is setting boundaries for Hope, not just at work, but also with Finn. So I think somewhere before Steffy and Finn reconfirming their love, I just wonder if Finn is going to tell her what Hope said, because he's gotten in trouble before when he hasn't come completely clean about everything, like how he accidentally stumbled into Sheila's wedding, how Sheila was there on the beach to accidentally save Kelly, which of course that was a miracle, but he stumbles into things, you know, not intending for things to go that way. And Steffy always gets really mad at him if he didn't tell her. Meanwhile, she's still sitting on that whole 2-kiss secret with Liam, but, you know, she's holding him to a different standard than she holds herself. But still, I think Finn might be worried and just decide, you know what, I might just tell her. And honestly, if Hope is making him that uncomfortable, he should tell his wife, because that is inappropriate. Our second prediction, Liam Spencer may use Hope Logan's crush to attack Steffy's marriage. So in the promo, of course, we have Hope talking to Finn, saying that she's hot for him, dreaming about him, and then the whole, you know, Steffy coming at her. And also on Friday the 19th, Finn warns Liam Spencer to mind his business where Steffy Forrester is concerned, stay in his lane, all that. So I just wonder if before that conversation, if Liam found out about Hope's feelings for Finn, and maybe he's saying some things to Finn about it, about maybe you're not so committed to the marriage because why else would Hope be crushing on you? Liam could find out in one of two ways. One, he could overhear her talking to Finn, because that's exactly the kind of conversation that gets eavesdropped on Bold and the Beautiful. Or Hope may just tell him, you know, she's been telling him stuff like, "Oh, Thomas is the best lay of my life. You know, no man has ever made me feel that way." Just stuff that's like, why are you telling your ex-husband that? So yeah, he could eavesdrop, or she might just tell him. And that would be very interesting information for Liam to have. Our third prediction, Jack Finnegan may be the killer and framing Sheila. So on Monday the 15th, Hollis's autopsy results come in, and we'll find out the bartender died of a drug overdose, the same drug as Tom Starr. And Lee Finnegan and her son, Dr. Finn, are there hearing from the lab tech about the results. And on Tuesday the 16th, Lee and Finn tell Steffy about Hollis's lab results, and Lee says she knows it was Sheila. Wednesday the 19th, some clue, some bit of evidence goes missing, and Lieutenant Baker decides to take Sheila Carter down to the station for questioning. Deacon, Finn, Steffy, and Poppy Deacon Finn, Steffy, and Lee, are there to see him haul her out. And if you remember last week, Jack Finnegan was saying to his son very nice things about Poppy and Luna and how he should spend time with them because Poppy's so cool, when his mom had just said, don't go anywhere near them. And then Jack said something very interesting and just out of context and definitely caught my ears. He said he would do anything for Poppy. Anything is the word he used. Very interesting choice of words. And of course, it's not going to be Sheila. She is the lamest possible and most obvious suspect. Plus, they want to keep Sheila around. They've invested in her redemption. So they are definitely not going to make her the killer. It is not her. I've talked before about thinking Poppy and Lee might be the perpetrators. I think there's a slim chance they also faked that test to convince Bill that he's the dad when he is not. I think this is all going to get a little more tangled before the storyline resolves. All right, our fourth prediction. I think Steffy may issue a warning to Brooke Logan. So this week, we don't have spoilers for Steffy and Brooke together, but we do have spoilers for both of them that are interrelated. So I do suspect we might get a chat between them this week or next. So this week, as I mentioned before, Brooke again warns Hope to stay away from Finn. Do not mess with Steffy's marriage. And if Finn tells Steffy that Hope is hitting on him, I think she is absolutely going to rage at Hope. She's already going to be setting these boundaries, and it seems like something had to trigger that. So that's why I'm just wondering about Finn. At any rate, I do think Steffy could tell Brooke, get your daughter under control before she turns into you, because nobody wants that. And I think that could be a very fun conversation. Our fifth and final prediction, Thomas and Paris's wedding plans are going to accelerate off screen. This is an off screen prediction because, they do so much stuff off screen. So this past week, we had Paris and Thomas in town with Douglas making plans to get married at Eric Forrester's place. They were joking about having a poolside wedding, but it looks like they want it in the big main room. We had, Hope making a play for Thomas, Paris telling her, keep your hands off my man. And then boom, all of a sudden, Paris, Thomas, and Douglas were just gone. We didn't even get to see them walk out. It was just like, oh, okay. So it's all very strange. And I think what happened was they were dealing with a lot of complaints about where is Thomas? What about Thomas and Hope? This and that. So I don't know if they always plan to drop them in to get some sweeps ratings and then pull them back out to put them on the back burner. The bottom line, 30-minute show. There's like 17 minutes of content a day. They've got this double whodunit trying to figure out who killed Hollis and Tom. They've got Hope spiraling out, upset about Thomas crushing on Finn, all that stuff. Liam's back in the mix, and Luna, Bill, Poppy, and they just don't have room for all of it. So I think they wanted to bring them in and tease it. And then I think we're going to hear off-screen mentions of, oh, Thomas and Paris are working on her wedding gown, or Paris and Thomas are writing their vows, or Thomas asked so-and-so to be his best man. I think we're going to be getting off-screen updates. That's what I suspect is going to happen. Thank you so much for listening. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.